I apologize for the pushback.
Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Intentionally Blank Pathfinder. I'm your GM Kyle, and I'm joined by the lovely players Paisley, Levi, Tristan, and Dakota.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I'm back. Let me know when we're about to start.
Before we begin, announcements. Talespire hasn't done a whole lot.
Jack shit!
Get your
they did
shit
a little bit.
together.
They they added an expansion to one of their packs for the Mega Dungeon, so that's pretty cool. And then it looks like they're gonna start a bi-monthly banter stream where they do some Q&As, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if they mean bi-monthly as in
Every other month or twice a month?
Yeah, but
I hate bi-monthly.
we'll see. Other than that, did anyone else have announcements? Paisley, you said you had one?
Yeah, it's that Talespire should get its shit together and release updates, so we have something to talk about here.
Wow. Talespire, if you don't want us to shit on you like this, you can
should
support
probably
us.
act right. Yeah.
Give us exclusive content.
This is a bribe.
Through small financial compensation, we can say good things instead.
It doesn't even have to be financial
Blackmail.
compensation.
Anyway, unless there's any other announcements. Last time, the party faces off against the 3 members of the Crimson Knights, Valendra, the leader of the Crimson Knights, Kaelin, and Gronzul, who was very intoxicated during the fight.
I wonder how that happened.
With the prep that you all did beforehand, and some new skills, you were able to kill Valendra and apprehend the other 2.
Yeah.
You
Also, I'm
get
pretty sure everybody else still has their vial of mustard gas, so that's cool.
you get Kaelin and Gromzul in the town cells and bring Valendra's body to town center, where a crowd is appearing. The party learns that the town will decide the 2 Crimson Knight members' fate, which will most likely be stoning, and that Zelthar left like expected, but no one knows where Jakarion went.
Yeah. We were just like, hey, we saved your asses just to see you get fucking struck down by your own people. So, yeah.
After stringing up Valendra's body on a tree in town center, they scout out the hideout of the Crimson Knights and find all of the gold that was taken from the town. Returning it to the people in town center, the party was promised their original reward and a reward for returning the gold to them. Cortez and Ulu visit the prisoners and begin questioning them. Kaelin does not seem interested in talking, even if it means her death. Gromzul seems to spill everything, and he, after very little convincing, promised that he would help the party if he survives. Later that night, brigands seduced Gromzul in his cell and left when Cortez and Ulu came back to interrogate Kaelin again. She seems contempt and begins breaking vials and mysterious liquid. The party takes their leave, watching the cell entrance throughout the night. That is where we left off. We start this session bright and early, as you guys have gotten a full rest. Cortez and Ulu, you've been taking shifts, just making sure neither of the prisoners have escaped. But early morning, the doors open, and Alden comes back in. And as you guys are waking up, he just says,
"All right, it's time for the hearing in town center, so I will need to be getting the prisoners. If both of you would be able to help escort them."
Oh, I suppose. Cortez just kind of stretches and stands up full.
My eye, I start to stand up, but my eyes dart to Cortez. Isn't there one that's exempt from the stoning? I like whisper to under my breath.
Exempt is a funny word. We'll work on that when we get there.
You guys did promise him that, but have not told anyone of that plan.
Right. Cortez was gonna bring it up when he got there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just kind of nod. I trust Talkie Man.
I trust talking.
Fella always be talking. I'm sure this will work out. Yeah. So I guess we go round up the prisoners. Is that the job they wanted us to do?
If you could just follow me and make sure that they don't kill me, I would appreciate that.
Cortez nods. He draws his gun.
Alright.
And he goes around here and goes down to the jails. As he walks in, steps in like some of the liquid. He's just like,
Ugh. Pissed yourself?
looking at Kaylin, which she doesn't respond. Grumzul walks up to the cage. Mr. Adventurer, told me I was to, not be going to the execution.
Well, circumstances are you'll need to be there, but don't worry, I'll be vouching for you.
Alden looks back at you guys.
There is much to gain from keeping one of them alive.
Alright, just warning you, that's not gonna go well with the rest of the town, but feel free to try.
I'm very charming.
He turns around and begins unlocking their cells. And as he unlocks Gromzul, he puts him in cuffs, like big old wooden, what are they called? They're not stockades, but like those huge like wooden handcuffs.
The ones that you also put your head in?
Yeah, but these ones don't have like a head hole. It's just the cuffs. Manacles.
Cortez is gonna stop him before he goes into that cage and kind of motion towards Ulu. We should probably, when that opens up and everything, check to make sure she has nothing else on her.
That's
Nods.
right. This one has tricks.
Alright, you don't have anything on you, do you?
And Kalen just looks and he slides the manacles under the door.
You seem to be a little bit more interesting than the other ones, so put those on before I open the door.
Just gotta stand there for a second.
Put them on.
Cortez clicks his gun again.
She grimaces and puts them on, and then he opens the door.
You're free to look through her things.
Cortez will kind of motion towards Ulu specifically since he's holding his gun right now. Check.
All right. I go in and I have a look.
Looking through Kaylin's stuff. Let's see. Kaylin. You already have her short bow and rapier. Let's not have those. As far as you can tell, it's just their clothes that they have on them at this point.
Okay. I give a nod. She looks to be clear.
With that, Cortez will kind of get behind both of them and kind of rally everyone up the stairs then.
Okay. So as Alden walks forward and has the other two following him. Oh, this is gonna be
Fun. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm coming out already.
Moving multiple characters up levels is difficult.
Just a little bit. Oh gosh. Why can't I move? Yay, we're all moving together.
All right. Okay, you guys are behind, Alden's in front, and then the two prisoners are between you guys. And as he leads them out, you can see in town center there's already a crowd that has gathered. Briar and Brigand, both of you woke up already, and will say that in your morning you did hear like the crowd start gathering. And if you guys want to already be there, you see your two companions come out with the two prisoners and Alden.
Yes.
As we're walking and stuff, Cortez is going to use like a free hand to kind of start messing with his appearance a little bit. I'm going to use tweak appearance, and I'm going to make myself more akin to what the town's members would look like.
Okay. So yeah, your clothes turn more simple. Your face becomes a little bit more flush with color. But not a lot needs to be changed, as there is
just enough.
Yeah, there is a wide array of like personalities and just people.
Right.
So yeah, but you make it look like you're not, on death's door because your skin is always pale.
Exactly.
But yeah, as Alden leads the two through the crowd, you can see as people start backing up. They're grimacing but not saying anything. And as he brings them up to the front, make a perception check. Anyone in it all.
I'll do it.
All right.
A 20 altogether.
Okay.
A 24.
Okay.
And as they're moving past, I'm gonna follow up behind them.
Okay. Ulu or Brigand, did you want to make perception checks, or are you good?
Oh, yeah. I did, but I forgot to add my thing. I rolled a 15. Pathfinder.
I rolled, I believe, a 29.
Alright.
30. Nope, 30.
And then Ulu.
Just wait a second. I clicked out of my freaking sheet. It's 27.
Okay. So I'll say, Cortez, you do see, since you're kind of focusing in on the prisoners, Kaelin is quite upset by the view of Valendra strung up, still just dead hanging there. So is Gromzul, but not as bad. The rest of you notice that as well. You also notice the crowd seems to be kind of uneasy, not really talking, not like upset, but definitely uneasy.
I'm just gonna keep my eyes on the crowd, paying attention to everybody that's around, just to see if the uneasiness is just because of the situation at hand, or or anything else.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. As Alden gets up there and ties the wooden cuffs to two pieces of rope attached to the tree, you see as Lord Eklund, already standing up there, steps forward. And people are kind of murmuring amongst themselves, and he puts up a hand, and all of that seems to come to a quiet.
Now, I would like to begin today's hearing by putting some of you at ease. The Crimson Knight threat has been handled by the adventurers known as Bush Viper.
And you can hear as a bunch of people start clapping, and that uneasiness settles quite dramatically. Therefore,
what's up,
we are able to have this hearing without needing to stifle our opinions of these bottom feeders. Today, we do not have the Crimson Knights as a whole on trial, but 2 individuals who align themselves with the group. The weight of what the Crimson Knights did to this town does not rest on their shoulders completely, but they have contributed. We shall begin the first of 2 hearings with Kalen of the Crimson Knights. And as he says that, Alden kind of pushes Kalen forward a little bit, still tied up. The crowd seems to be put at ease by how the hearing's going.
For now, Cortez isn't saying anything. He's just kind of watching.
Is anyone doing anything, or are you guys just listening in as well?
Listening.
I'm gonna watch.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about any
Nervous
of the deal
about
that he
that
made
pause,
with this.
though. Like,
Yeah. Your crimes brought forth by the town of Incipium is as follow. For the first occurrence of theft, you are charged with the removal of your dominant hand. Can anyone come forth as a witness to this crime? And you see as most of the crowd comes forward and puts a hand up, shyly at first, but quite a few people. And amongst you, does anyone oppose this ruling? And at that point, everyone puts their hand down. Then as Lord of Incipium, I shall carry out this judgment. He then steps forward, and you see as Alden also comes forward and puts Kalen's hand on the stump that you guys see in front of you. Lord Eklund takes up a nearby axe, and with one fell swoop, clean chops off Kalen's right hand.
wow.
Gruesome.
Yeah, and Kalen pulls her arm back and kind of still on a knee is clutching it with her other hand now that she can pull free of the shackles themselves.
We're the good guys.
You see as Alden brings out
This is like regular practice in medieval time for theft.
Yeah.
There's nothing weird going on right now.
You see as Alden brings out kind of a long cloth, wraps it around Kalen's arm and cinches it to somewhat subside the bleeding. For the second occurrence of theft, you are charged with the removal of your non-dominant hand. Can anyone come forth as a witness to this crime? Even more people step forward this time, raising their hand.
Yeah, because she stole a lot more the second time than they did the first time.
Mm-hmm. And amongst you, does anyone oppose this ruling?
Cortez's eyebrow does raise. And he does raise his hand.
Hey.
Lord Eklund motions to you. Yes. Cortez of Bushviper.
My lordship, is it not a fitting punishment for one to lose one hand and be forced to deal with the consequences of only having one through the rest of their life? Sure, two would take away all capability, but imagine the frustration and the longevity that would hold to only have one.
He looks at you and just says, well, Cortez, normally that would suffice. That being said, this hearing is far from over. And that will not be an issue.
My lordship, are you assuming something that is much more than just losing hands?
Yes. Losing hands are for the first and second occurrence. That is quite typical for a punishment.
And you don't believe that to be not,
Cortez.
He's pausing
Well,
for a second.
not to be like sadistic killers. Like, they're beyond.
Would it not be of a proper town and a head held high to just execute the prisoner if you were to kill them, instead of torturing them through these steps of removing limbs? Are we not better people than that?
I will have you make a diplomacy check.
Turn to the crowd. Start singing.
We just watched Has Been Hotel.
Yeah.
25.
25. He turns towards the group and says, "What say you, town of Incipium? Are there any amongst you who agree with Cortez? And judgment shall be passed on the most grievous of crimes, rather than crimes leading up to this grievous crime." A couple people shuffle. Some people seem to be nodding in agreement. What are the rest of you guys doing? Are
Well-
you listening in, agreeing, or disagreeing, or...
I am standing like next to Cortez as he's talking.
Mm-hmm.
Not really like saying anything, but like kind of just like showing that I stand with Cortez.
Okay.
I guess. Like. I guess I also stand next to Cortez. I didn't have the balls to kill these guys. This judgment is too much. I feel like talking them down would be beneficial, even if this lady isn't gonna like fucking change her ways. Yeah.
Then, if there are none that disagree, I shall read out the punishments, and we will conclude with the end result. She still needs to answer for her crimes, whether or not the punishment is followed through on. Will that suffice for your group?
Cortez gives a very reluctant nod. I am not to take away your town's justice, only that is merciful.
He nods. And they let Kaylin go, pulls her arm back and is still clutching her now gone arm. Then to continue. For the first occurrence of public unrest, threat of murder, and assault, you are charged with branding of each. He
Branding? Did
does
you say branding?
yeah.
Oh, damn.
And he looks over, and you can see Durin, the blacksmith, does have 3 like branding irons, but holds up a hand. But we shall continue with the reading. For the third occurrence of theft, multiple occurrences of public unrest, multiple occurrences of threat of murder, multiple
He's like,
occurrences...
now let's go back to that other hand.
assault. You are charged with death by beheading. Can anyone come forth as a witness to these crimes? And pretty much everyone comes forward and raises their hand. And amongst you, does anyone oppose this ruling? He does look towards your group specifically.
Cortez shakes his head.
Wait,
I'm unmoving.
you shake your head, Cortez?
As in gesture of he's not like getting involved.
Oh.
He said his piece. He got a merciful killing for her. She didn't want help.
Fair. She didn't want help, so I guess that is that. Damn.
From the back of the crowd, you do see one, technically a kobold. They were supposed to be dragonborn, but that doesn't exist in Pathfinder. But a large kobold steps forward and says, well, generally in cases like this, I believe death by stone would be more appropriate, especially because they are being let off from the other judgments. And you see is multiple people in the crowd not in agreement, and seems to be shifting in that direction.
Cortez grimaces. And he's going to slowly turn and look at that man specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, you see a female white cobalt dressed in like tattered clothes with like a somewhat wide-brimmed straw hat.
so you believe that pelting an individual with dozens and dozens of rock is merciful?
This act is not merciful. I do know that you all have joined this town quite recently, but these individuals have been tormenting us for the last year. I believe this is just.
Is the death of someone not just enough? Do you have to seek your rage and revenge over rocks?
I believe that would help the town.
I don't think it's going to help anything. I have been part of a city as a whole much larger than this, and I can tell you right now your revenge isn't going to feel any better torturing somebody to death with rocks.
I'd like you to make a contested diplomacy check against her.
Well, I forgot that my +1 last time, so that would be a 26 for me.
Okay. So yeah, as you speak up, you hear a couple from the crowd. Mirabelle speaks up first, the innkeeper, and says, I believe Cortez seems to be in the right. It does seem something like they would do. And to Cortez's point, I think we should be better than that. And you see a few familiar faces like Thorin and Gaia speak up to that point as well, and it seems like the crowd is shifting in your favor. Then, if it is the consensus of the town, the original charge will be carried out. Everyone nods, and you see the white dragonborn step back and put their head down. They don't seem to be arguing any further.
Cortez will look forward again then.
With that, you see as Alden puts Kaelin on the chopping block again, and with another fell swoop, Lord Eklund brings the axe down, completely beheading Kaelin, and the head rolls forward.
Cortez just takes a deep breath. Died next to her idol, I suppose.
No.
Well, that was a bit fucking much.
We shall begin the second of two hearings with Gromzul of the Crimson Knights. And Gromzul is then brought forward. As it is the
opinion of the town. I will be reading the accused charges, and then we shall carry out judgment. Gromzul is charged with first occurrence of theft, second occurrence of theft, and third occurrence of theft, as well as first occurrence of public unrest, threat of murder, and assault. In addition, multiple occurrences of public unrest, multiple occurrences, threats of murder, multiple occurrences of assault.
This guy sounds pretty fucking rough, but he's the one we're supposed to save. Where it's like, sorry.
You are hereby charged with death by beheading. Can anyone come forth as a witness to these crimes? People come forward and raise their hand. And amongst you, does anyone oppose this ruling?
Sighs a little. And just raises his hand.
Yes,
I like
Cortez.
what like an eyebrow should be, and I guess just kind of like back him up.
The crowd does seem to be a little agitated at this point. And Briar,
your shit,
with you
Cortez.
specifically looking at the crowd, they do seem to be upset that, like, this is how they do things, and it has been upset.
Right.
I'm going to when Cortez turns around and I notice that, I'm going to like make myself seem a little. 1 second, dog's trying to throw up.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
You're good.
I think she's okay.
Do you want us to take a small break so you can check?
She's moving around now without gagging.
Okay.
She ate a bunch of poop this morning.
Oh, gross.
No.
That might have been what that
Classic
was.
She's the worst.
But anyway, what was I saying?
Oh,
when I see the unrest and everything, and I see Cortez, I don't know what Cortez is doing right now.
mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, saving this guy was not like something that we had discussed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna support him. So like, I try to make myself seem a little imposing, I guess.
Okay.
And just stand behind him.
Okay. If you're trying to be like imposing, if you want to roll an intimidation check.
I'm not trying to like intimidate people.
Okay.
I have a +0 to intimidation. But it's more of like a
It's a presence kind of thing. Like you're
yeah.
not- like
Okay.
you're like, I'm here if you guys try something almost, but like
Then I will take that as an aid action.
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
wanna
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah. Sure. That's a 14. If it's still an intimidation aid,
Mm-hmm.
or if it's a diplomacy aid, or what kind
I'll
of
say
aid?
diplomacy aid just because
Okay.
that's what Cortez
Then
is trying to do.
23.
Okay. So it does
That's
succeed.
a crit. That's a crit success.
Crit success would be 25, right? Because it's 15.
No, because 15. Yeah, don't you have to be? Oh yeah, that's right. It's 10 over.
so I get a +1 then, right?
Uh,
Wait. Yeah, no, you're right, you're right. Yeah, so you get a +1 to your diplomacy check.
But yeah, Cortez will kind of look at the crowd. Hey, it's me again. I know
I'm
things
telling
aren't
you, dude, you gotta sing.
things aren't exactly going as you would probably like them. I know you all seek your justice and fun stuff as such as that, but do you truly desire to bring 2 lives down upon these? Is 1 not enough? And everyone else we killed yesterday? This man here, and Cortez will kind of step up, he is of a academic nature. And sure, he was likely involved with the discomfort and pain and hardship that he caused within this town. But how many of you can actually say that he came to your face and threatened you compared to the other, like, larger barbaric man or that woman there that now lays dead?
I'm also going to point out something. Briar's going to speak up here, and he's just going to be like, during our encounter with, what was the boss's name?
Valendra.
During our encounter with Valendra, he seemed out of sorts, like he wasn't prepared for the encounter with us. I don't know if that was out of fear, out of desperation, but he was also the first one to surrender and to try to repent for his ways.
All right.
Diplomacy now too.
Yep.
The pluses, that's still a 21, so.
Okay. You see as multiple people step forward and just say, even if he was the first to surrender, he still has been taking from this town for the last year. He has aided them in stealing and assaulting our citizens.
Cortez nods. But you now have what was stolen back to you. Do you not?
We've had to go a year without it.
A year is a long time, and the dead now lay a strew in your town of the bad people that did. Is 1 more going to fix that? What if this man here, through the guidance and proper viewpoints, was able to fight against such hardships in the future, to change his ways for better? Is that not more valuable than a death?
Lord Eklund raises a hand and everyone seems to calm down. Cortez, it sounds like you have an idea. I would like you to share that idea, or we cannot be accustomed to this.
Cortez will kind of walk up, and he'll kind of do like that half crouch in front of Grumzel here has seen the error of his ways, haven't you? Tell the town.
I didn't want to hurt anyone. I just thought it was the best course of action for me.
He was misled, manipulated, and confused to the situation. And he'll kind of turn. Have you not all been confused and perplexed about things? Will you not give him a moment and a chance to truly correct himself instead of killing him?
Lord Eklund just says, Cortez, I speak for the town, and I will say that we will give you and him a chance to explain what you are talking about.
Okay. This man has much knowledge. Knowledge of the people that hurt you all. Knowledge that you all don't have. If you kill him, we don't have any more knowledge. And what's to say that another group doesn't roll up on your town and do the same exact thing that they did? When we could prevent that with a little help of a man that wants to take a new life. It's a win-win.
And how would he help us against a new threat? Specifically.
The knowledge that he pertains to the organization that harmed you is more valuable to us alive than dead. Knowing what is to come, even if it's just a bit more, a little sliver, can change the tide enough for us to win the next fight that comes, and the next.
Then, in front of everyone of Incipient, what do you suggest the
I
judgment should
suggest
be?
that I take responsibility of him as a temporary prisoner, as it be, until he earns his freedom through the means of defeating this organization. He will not have his freedom until it's done, and if he were to misstep, I will kill him myself. And you'll look right at Gromzel at that.
Then, it is my judgment.
Looks at the rest of the crowd, and they seem to be like about ready to speak, but as he says my judgment, they kind of step back.
Gromzul shall be put under your care. If he
Woo!
attempts to step out of bounds, you must kill him.
I love it when we get to keep NPCs as pets.
If Gromzul
He
does,
says in character.
if Gromzul does step out of line, and you are not able to stop him before he causes harm, you, Cortez, will be just as liable for that transaction.
Right. Hopefully without the stoning, but I understand.
Then, it shall be so.
And you hear a lot of groaning from the crowd. It does seem like most people disagree.
Is there anyone that does agree, out of curiosity?
You
Does
can see
anybody like us?
you can see some of the closer people that you've come with, like Thorin and Gaia, and looking past them, you see Pat from the Fighters Guild as well, are kind of like nodding along, but pretty much everyone else is in disagreement.
Okay. Well, Cortez will give a small bow to the Lord and then just take a step back to the group after that.
Okay.
Gromzul shall be henceforth put in the cells until Cortez has finished his business.
Right so.
Now, do not dawdle in town center. Our business has been completed.
And he gets up, like back on the top of this.
You are all dismissed.
And with that, people begin to spread out and go back to their business, whether or not they seem to agree or not.
Cortez will turn to the group. That went well.
Yeah. The
Shut. God.
we did what we needed to do, I guess.
It is a shame about the other one, but there was no grounds to speak if I were to stop both.
Yeah. She didn't want to be saved.
Unfortunately.
I'm loving this tiefling lady that's standing next to me, by the way. She's really cool and like a unique looking mini.
Yeah.
Love that.
She our new NPC too.
Hey, I like that you just
Hey, wait.
bring it back.
As Gromzul's probably start getting like taken away,
Mhm.
Cortez will stop. You can just release him now. We don't have to put him back in the cell.
Alden just looks at you, hesitantly nods, and hands over. He has already put him back in shackles, but hands like the rope coming off of the shackle to you.
Cortez takes it. Much appreciated, and thank you for your help.
Alden nods, but definitely seems closed off more than normal, and just says, "Right."
I don't think the town likes me much anymore.
And you tried so hard.
Well, it comes and goes. It's like getting ripped off, you know. I guess that's what's happened to them.
Yeah.
Cortez will look at Gromzul. I kept my bargain.
I thank you for getting me off without the removal of my hands, or branding, or the taking of my life.
Right. Yes. That was part of my agreement, and I always hold to my agreement. Now, you understand the gravity of the situation, I assume. You heard what he said up there. There is no room for error, Gromzul.
I understand.
You have to vow yourself to the people of this land and not your old organization, and to correct what you've done is wrong.
Yes, but you did say that I would be going back to the organization, or to tell you what they are doing, or no?
Yes, but you can still scurry the lines of right and wrong without harming any more people and gathering information. I expect that of you.
I will try not to.
There's no trying, Gromzul. You will.
Okay.
Cortez smiles.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're of an understanding. And he will, from there, actually properly release him. I see we have a small crowd gathering behind us.
Yeah, as you guys are talking, you see as Thorn and Gaia have kind of stayed back with the crowd. Lord Eklund seems to be off a bit, not to like eavesdrop, but is still around. And Thorn just says,
Well, you all can come to the reward station to get your reward, as you have been promised. We have counted out your previous reward as well as your new one.
Cortez nods. That is fantastic news. Look to the others. Shall we begin heading that way?
Yeah, I follow behind Cortez.
as you
Come
guys
along,
walk
Bronson.
off, Lord Eklund nods and begins walking the opposite direction.
I can't grab Gromzul. He's being left behind.
Oh, my bad. I'll give you permission to Gromsville.
Thanks.
This is a note.
Oh, my... Oh,
I think it's the note.
yeah, as you guys approach, you see the other two kind of pick up the note. It does say, gone to execute, and then that's crossed out, town hearing.
Oh, okay. It's just like a "this is why we're closed" note.
Yeah.
They didn't know how to spell execution.
It happens.
Gone, kill it.
Here I go killing again.
You know
Just
how
like
to
as
access
like
the
the physics
Gromsville.
sign.
Oh, sweet, thank you.
As you come in, you see as Thorn gets behind the counter, and Guy is just like, well, no more need for secrecy, so I believe this conversation can be had in current company. Looking back at one of two giants that you guys see as security of the reward station, kind of just like picking his nose, like after a few seconds looks up and just like, and flicks a giant booger just against the wall. Where you see like many other boogers have been flicked before.
Gross. Okay.
Well, first thing first, we would like to get a count of members you have confirmed kills on.
Does the one with the head missing count now?
Yes.
Right. So what's that would be 4 then? Kind of look to the others to confirm.
I have no idea how many of them we've killed.
So there was Zelthar, Kaelin, Jakarion, Valendra, Gromzul, and Thistle.
So that many.
Well, 4 of them are dead. One's hopefully going to be in prison, and then one's MIA, and then we have the one with us, Gromzul. So I think Cortez will hold full 4 fingers up.
Okay.
Okay.
Technically, only 3 of them are dead, and then you have Gromzul. I guess I'll restate that. Members that are no longer an issue.
Oh, with that then, 5. Yeah, 5.
5 members and
Wait, are you counting the one that you
Yes.
bribed to leave?
Right, yes.
yeah,
Okay.
there was 6 members in total.
Okay, so only one of them got away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Perfect.
In that case, we have heard a bit about Jakarion. But if you'd like to explain what happened and information that you know of that.
Well, circumstantially, it seems that Jakarion might have gotten a whiff after the leader and her duo approached us of what was happening and fled town. Attempted to get any track of him or anything along those lines, and well, I must admit I'm not much of a tracker per se, so I couldn't find him. And then he'll kind of motion towards the potential general direction he might have went.
I specify as we leave town. I am planning on seeing if I can find the direction that he went.
Well, I do appreciate that, and if you do find him and confirm that he will no longer be an issue for us, we would be happy to give you your reward for him. But as it stands, with 5 members and your bonus, 300 gold per member would be 1,500 gold pieces, plus the 700 for a bonus.
When she starts talking about money, Briar kind of just starts going around.
All right.
And just finds something else to pay attention to for a second.
Cortez is paying attention very, very keenly.
Yeah,
nodding.
right?
While we are on the subject, for returning the gold as a thank you from the town, thankfully this was discussed before today's hearing, 2,000 gold.
Us 2,000 gold?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Hell
2,000 plus
Banana bread
700
at work, dude.
plus 1,500.
Woo. Okay, doing that.
I think that's 4,200.
I'm just gonna carry it all.
It's like the weight of 1,000 suns. You're just like, yes.
And they,
Like I'm not paying attention. I'm like listening to other people around and When they put the like chest down, I just go up and I pick it up.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
How much was it total?
Let's see. Calculate that so I don't give you guys less or more.
I think he said 4,200.
Yeah, it's 4,200.
It's just a little bit of gold.
Just a
Yeah.
little bit. Cortez, at the mention of the agreement being made before the trial, right? I just suppose I have high opinions of certain matters.
Yes, and that definitely came across.
Cortez nods. I'm glad.
Besides that, we would like to ask of your group if there's any other information that you've learned that would be pertinent to us to know.
I'm going to tell them to wait right there. I'm gonna run back to the inn and grab the orb,
Okay.
Oh.
and then I'm gonna rush back over.
Okay. Anything you guys want to discuss while he's doing that? It's going to take like a minute or two.
No, Cortez would specifically wait for Briar to get back before he put
Okay.
anything up, so I'm just gonna sit back for a second.
Okay.
I'm thinking about what I would do with all this gold. Do not verbally think anything, just like heads
Lulu's
in the
staring
cloud.
off into the distance.
Which is just like, ooh, me like daydreaming, but it looks like scary snake stare, so.
I wonder what Brigand's doing right now.
Just fiddling her thumbs. Kinda like,
Wow.
You love not money nor adventure? Get over here.
I mean,
Do it.
I got some new spells I want to try, and there's no one to try them on.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Money's nice and everything, but the sweet agony of my enemy's face slowly crumpling and decaying as I slowly curse them into oblivion.
My character like winces. It's like, yeah, I guess there's always that too.
She's a catch.
He's a freak.
I forgot this guy's still here.
He's just
Weird
fawning.
addition. A weird addition to the party.
Oh, it's just a sex slave now.
Yeah, it is. It's okay. He's here to like make Brigand roleplay in just like the weirdest ways. Like,
Yeah, with
Great.
like tentacles and ink.
Anyway.
I'm sure I'm back at this point.
Yeah, Briar gets back with a backpack made of wood.
Yeah, it looks like a giant acorn.
Mm-hmm.
And I come up and I put it on the back, and then I activate my aura and use my kinesis to remove like the top of it, revealing the orb.
Okay, yeah, and as you open it up, the room kind of lights up with a little bit of green and purple lights as like the swirling lights from the orb itself illuminate the room.
This was something we found that was causing the animals to act the way that they were.
Ah, well, yes, you told us last time that you had solved the issue, but it's good to know that the source of it has been recovered.
I wish there was some way that we could expedite the regrowth of the forest, because there were still plenty of infected animals. There were still some fruits that were left there. And I do not know how the tree will recuperate itself.
Well, turns towards Thorin. We shall look into that. If you give us the specific location of this tree.
Yeah, I give them the location of the tree.
Okay.
You go 47 trees this way, then you take a 19-degree turn to the right, and then you follow that for 47 more trees. My distance is always trees.
It's very accurate.
Hopefully the forest doesn't change, because everyone knows forests are stagnant.
No, a tree is 30 feet. Because that's how far away I can grow a tree.
Okay.
Duh, everybody knows this.
Is there any other information your group can share with us?
Well, it's to say the least, but this was simply a splinter cell of something bigger, as I was trying to explain to the town members. We hopefully, Cortez kind of looks out to the open area for a second and looks back. We do not see the ramifications of taking out this smaller cell from the bigger organization, and this is why Gromzul is necessary to start feeding information to me to be ahead of things.
Well, that is very good to know. Definitely. And now that we no longer need to continue paying the Crimson Knights, we can focus more on training our numbers that we have and recruiting more. So this doesn't happen again. We'll even be able to, looks over at Thorn, we'll even be able to send some members to help Pat with his ritual to get a new guardian for the town.
A new guardian?
Yes, Pat, you met before. He has a special ritual that his family has passed down to him. He is able to make friends with beasts or
My 8
animals.
years
Beasts or animals, monsters, able to form a bond with them and make use of them for protection.
See, quite interesting indeed.
Yes, and with the Crimson Knights before, his guardian that he had last year was slain in that combat, and with needing to continue paying the Crimson Knights, we haven't been able to have anyone go out with him to recruit a strong enough monster.
And do you have any leads on that? Sorry, I didn't cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Well, the Mosswoods are more of a low power animals. We'll most likely send him into the Thunderbark Forest or up north to the Woodwell Plains.
Ignoring everything that just happened, I do walk up and I say, tell me more about this ritual.
Oh, that's most of my knowledge on it, but if you'd like to talk to Pat more, he's an oversharer, so I'm sure he would love to talk about himself.
Tell me where Pat is.
He should be over at the Fighters Guild at this time.
And you guys see as Briar kind of like leaves, and this is very uncharacteristic. There's no like.
Must be real excited.
There is no like. Normally he would like wait for you guys and go as a group, but he does just leave and start heading to the Fighters Guild.
Tess looks the other two. Should someone follow him? Like,
I
are you taking the chest with you?
Yeah.
Or the gold?
Oh yeah, that's on my back.
Oh, Ortiz looks at Brigand. Am I stuck with you?
You're stuck with us.
I don't know where the
You
Fighters.
should be delighted to be in my presence.
Goody.
Fighters Guild is this one.
Okay.
Oops.
I haven't put all the people back in yet. Lost a couple people.
But you can continue with him. I gotta pee really quick.
Okay. Yeah,
Cortez will look at her. Apologies about that. My companions lack social etiquette.
yes.
That's why we got you, homie.
I understand. I work with adventurers of all shapes and sizes.
I have a question for you
Oh,
now that we're here.
of course.
So, as is with your gold and means of trading to be opened again, would you be put into consideration a deal, perhaps?
I would be very interested.
What does this town need? And
Right
Cortez is
now?
gonna pull out some parchment and kind of go up to this desk and start prepping to write.
Right now, it wouldn't be so much materials as we can build up a lot of it. Most of what we need is more members for our Fighters Guild. We are severely understaffed for what we need. Besides that, a stockpile of rarer materials for what's his name? Durin at the blacksmith to work with. Most of what he did went to the Crimson Knights. Any valuable material was sent his way to make things for them.
Cortez nods. He's scribbling all this down. Well, the people are going to be a bit harder, but there are some groups within my home city that perhaps my guild can reach out to. Send a good word, maybe send some help down here until you're fully up to par. And I don't think that would cost anything. Maybe a few gold at most, but good faith is what will lead that, I imagine.
That would
From
be
there, though-
excellent, and we would pay them their fair share for coming here.
Cortez does mark that down with an underline. It does help. Now, for the materials, certainly that is something that I for sure can talk to my guild about and send good notice. What I can do is I will send a letter to one of the head councilmen that's part of the guild, and I will have them message you specifically back and start forming that connection. But I will be the bridge, perhaps.
That would be excellent. If it helps in any way, we are looking for materials of 8th rank or lower. That is the extent of our blacksmith's potential at this time. So materials
What do I
past
know
that.
about? What do I know about the ranking system of like material?
With your background, I would say you would have an in-depth knowledge. It's my way of just saying, like, you wouldn't send materials for, like, an item that would require someone to be 20th level to craft.
Okay.
Durin is an 8th level crafter, so he wouldn't be able to work with materials past 8th level.
Got it. Okay. Would it assist to send perhaps some blueprints over that Durin could study and learn from to improve his capabilities over time?
Yes, I believe that would be very helpful. He's been training Larm at the blacksmith as well, so he could potentially take some time to study and perfect his craft a bit more.
Cortez nods. Fantastic then. So I will get that sent off. With that, our guild is keen on loyalty. So certainly word will be getting out that you are free from the oppression of what has happened, and other suitors of trade will come to talk with you. I ask that you consider the Stone Drake Alliance as your number one trader, though. if I were to do
With
this.
that name, she raises her eyebrows. Oh, the Stone Drake Alliance.
I'm back, by the way.
Hello. And says, that's a very well-known guild. And what is your correlation with them?
Well, I am
with
a
them?
member, and it is to say my family members sit in a well enough respected position that I have sway enough to help this town. And of course, trade always talks, and when gold is involved, that is going to help nonetheless.
I truly appreciate this, Cortez. That will help get our trade blossoming once again.
Cortez nods at that. Well, I will get this drafted up and have it sent your way, and you can send your fastest courier to get this going as soon as possible.
Terrific.
He nods at that. And from there, you kind of look over Brigand. Anything you would have to input? Now that official business is done, of course.
Brigand is playing thumb more with Handy. Wait, what was that? Sorry? Yeah, nope, nothing else.
Stop.
Grumswell's looking at her like, she really knows how to work her fingers.
Oh, delightful! Wow. Yep. And you'll turn back to,
If you
Is there-
know what I mean.
yes, Gromzul, I know what you mean.
Cortez punished for his roleplay.
I think with that, I'm going to go do some writing.
Alright. As you say that, I'll move over to Briar and Ulu.
Okay.
Oh, so I enter the Fighters Guild?
Yeah, you enter the Fighters Guild, and it looks like people are still kind of settling down from being out in the courtyard. But you do see Pat kind of standing where he normally is, like next to these boxes, kind of near the guild leader's desk. With him, you see Blindy the Fourth, which is like a pink, somewhat koboldy creature, very like large white eyes. Seems to be just kind of like crawling around. It's bipedal, but like in the way that like a bear could be bipedal, where mostly it's on its forelegs.
Yeah, I ignore all of that. I go up and I just like, tell me about rituals.
Oh, hey Briar. What do you want to know? I mean, I assume you heard about my ritual from Gaia. Do you want to know about that specifically?
Not that specifically. I want to know about rituals in general. How do you learn?
Well, rituals are strange. The thought behind them is that it gives people without magical essence to them a way to do things beyond what they could normally do. I mostly know about my ritual specifically. It allows me to make contracts with creatures like Blindy here. And once the contract has been completed, Blindy follows me and does help protect me. My ritual specifically is passed down within my family. It does take some time to learn, but not every ritual is that way. That's what makes rituals so uncommon, is how vastly different they are between each one. There's no one way to do a ritual.
Can you teach me your ritual?
Unfortunately, I can't teach you the ritual, per se. Like I said, it's only passed down within family. But if you are interested in learning more about rituals and maybe getting one for yourself, I do know of there's a library in Afhenda that is quite large. I'm sure there would be a lot more information there. Yes, I'm sorry I can't teach you mine.
It is no matter. rituals themselves are what I'm curious, and yours is inconsequential.
Yes. Yeah, I do believe there would be a lot more information in Afhenda. I've heard of a ritual researcher that lives about, I believe, in town. So I'm sure some of their work or anyone else's would find its way to their library. If you are interested in going, the library is run by the True Scholars Guild.
I will be making my way there as quickly as I can.
Oh well,
Bye, bitches. We're out.
well, I'm sorry to hear you go so soon, but I'm glad my information could be of use.
And I give him a nod, and I just turn around, now realizing that Ulu followed me.
I thought I would be here just in case. I
Your
shrug.
presence is noted.
Now. Yes.
I just put my hand on her shoulder, and I say, I will tell you more when things have settled.
I nod. In the meantime, I suppose we're going on a new adventure?
To
What was
Ascenda.
the... Oh, yeah. The Scholars
just leave
Guild
right
would
now.
Yeah. Bye,
Never
bitch.
seen again.
Never seen again. We took the 4,000 gold and dip.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're packing it. The Scholars Guild sounds particularly of interest to me, though I will say I only know my rituals. I don't know much use I have for them outside of the ones I know.
There is also just the library. There may be more knowledge that you can seek there as well.
Yes, the library.
The True Scholars Guild definitely seems a worthy stop.
Though I doubt they have anything my archive would not know. I will definitely be thorough to check. Where are we going? I lost sight of you.
Over here. Back
Okay,
back
yeah.
back to the
Oh, okay.
I saw you like flipping around and I was like
I'm so confused. We're back, bitches. Just kidding.
You get back to a thumb wrestling tournament with a severed hand, with Gromzul drooling, and Cortez looking disgusted and trying to avoid as much eye contact as possible.
Yep, he looks like he's about to leave. Oh, good, you're back. Praise me. We were
it's
just
pronounced
heading out.
Paisley.
My alias, praise be.
Psychic damage.
Yeah, we were just having a conversation about finger dexterity. You want to join in?
Cortez.
I walked back up to Kaya.
Yeah.
And I
Great
just
fucking
say,
accord, yeah.
where is it you needed us to go?
Oh.
Because wasn't she saying something along those lines of needing some assistance getting something done?
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay. I may have also misheard something, but Briar was also not paying attention.
Yeah.
So, then in that case, I go up and I say, we will be heading to Athenda.
Cortez just kind of stops. We are?
Yes.
Why?
Library.
Library.
So?
True Scholars Guild.
Tristan, the True
I'll tell you
Scholars
later.
Guild is, just so you know, directly opposed to your guild.
Oh.
You guys, within your guild, you do seek knowledge and you use that knowledge. The True Scholars are more like wanting to educate the public, which directly imposes on your business, because if people can just do stuff for themselves and they don't really need you.
Right.
You guys are also like mercantile, but a lot of your stuff is like, we'll sell you this, but also we can only make this.
Right, right. Cortez takes a deep breath. And what could you possibly desire from them?
I will tell you when things have settled.
She uses people. He goes back to scribble.
He turns back to the fucking thumb wrestling contest.
That's the better right now. Wow.
Yeah.
We will be heading to Athenda.
Oh, well, that is unfortunate. I was hoping to have your group around for a bit more, but
How much
Nope.
longer? I'm sure we
Yeah.
could work that.
No, we're out.
I am going to ask you for provisions and for a mode of transportation for us.
I'm sure we can have that accomplished. For transportation, you should go over to our stable master, Iglar. His home is directly next to the warden's office. As for provisions, you can either get them from the inn from Mirabelle, or you can ask Harlan, our resident cook, if you have any specifics that you want. Other than that, Thorin, they're heading to Afhenda. I believe you do have some supplies that you would like to send out if you all want to make a little bit of extra coin before you leave. And Thorin just is like, yeah, and takes out a large crate, and it just seems to be like somewhat filled with letters. We don't normally have people coming in and out, and normally send adventurers out to deliver our mail, but haven't been for a little bit as we were short-staffed. So if you are heading to Afhenda, if you could take this to the Couriers Guild.
I do not think that that should be an issue. And I pick up the box of letters.
Terrific. Then with you all and the name that you've created here, I don't see an issue with paying you forward. Looks over at Guy and nods. For delivering this to the Couriers Guild, I'll give you this, and hands you a bag filled with another 100 gold.
I just add it to the mix.
Just throw it in the chest, closed.
Does gold have a weight in this?
I mean, that's a lot of weight.
Technically, but as long as you're not way overdoing it,
4,000?
might be a bit much.
But also, I have hefty hauler, so
yeah, exactly. That's kind of what
my-
I was thinking. Is as long as you're the one carrying it, it should be fine.
My bulk is kind of cray-cray.
And Gaia is just like, and with the orb here, is your group of have any use for it? If not, we can start researching it.
I look back to the rest of our group.
Have no use for a orb like that.
I am simply worried that it may fall into the wrong hands again.
Cortez will look to the lady. Are you positive you can keep it safe?
She like puts her hand like over her heart and does like a half bow. I promise on my life, I will put this in a secure location, and if there are any occurrences of another group trying to take over the town, I shall move it to a secure location, and if one doesn't exist, I shall destroy it myself.
Of course, it's just nods.
Yep,
Then
I
think
I
that
nod
answers it.
to that as well.
Then you are free to do as you please with it in the terms of research.
Thank you.
And to our agreement earlier, I guess I will be your courier. Because we're just going, I guess. Grumbles.
I pass him the box of letters.
Oh, thanks. Lovely. I love carrying letters. And he just drops the one he just drafted up on top.
And to that point, you do also, near the top, see the letter that you also wrote to the guild.
Oh, goody. Corda's gonna look up. About that courier, do you have a fast one by chance?
Who are you talking to?
To the lady again. Not that guy.
Well, we haven't had a courier for some time, just because we normally send it out with adventurers that are looking to either relocate or are looking for a longer-term mission. Yet, we have not had any adventurers as of late that could be gone for that long.
Ortez is gonna grab the one that had to be sent off for Zelfar. This one needs to get to Offender as soon as possible. It is involving the occurrences of what happened the last few days to ensure proper justice is done again.
Unfortunate that it hasn't.
You guys better
since.
hurry.
Good luck getting there as soon as possible.
Cortez just smiles, but it's like a very forced smile.
Mhm.
Right. Lovely. And he just walks out.
Yeah.
Knows how to do their job out here.
I thank her and follow behind Cortez.
All right.
Cortez looks to Briar as he's out. We have to go to Offender.
We have to go to Athenda.
But not to talk
I'm
to
glad
this
we're all in
You
agreement.
don't want to talk to them.
They are inconsequential. I need access to the library.
Cortez narrows his eyes. Why?
I need to learn about rituals.
But there's so many.
It
other
could save
people.
my druid.
Oh gosh.
Or my
Why do you think
druid's
they
grove.
have it?
I don't think that they have the specific ritual that I need. But if I can learn anything about rituals while I'm there, it may point me in the right direction.
Well, I suppose
Uh,
it would be beneficial.
Ooh, this is also the first time you've ever heard about this.
About what?
My hunt for rituals.
Yeah.
You did one time
Talk-
take an interest or talk about rituals before when.
When she gave me the shield
Yeah.
card, I still have
and
that.
I told you my
I haven't
rituals.
actually told them.
Yeah.
We haven't had the time for me to actually tell them the story.
Mm-hmm.
Your druid's grove and rituals, magic.
It's
Wouldn't we
magic
just-
of the land instead of magic of an individual person.
Why don't we just like find you an item or something to fix everything?
I assume it's really important if you're taking such a strong take to.
It is one of the
Athenda.
reasons that I have left with you.
I like cock
Important
one of
things
the
are
spots where my eyebrows should be. Sounds pretty serious.
Well, now I have to go there anyways, so whatever. And I can show you my town. There's something to that, I suppose.
Oh.
Well, if we're all in agreement, we start leaving, the three of us together holding hands.
Bye.
Wait, what about my NPC?
What? Damn it! Yeah, that's the important thing we're missing here.
Oh, there's Brigand too. Hi, Brigand.
What? I'm still playing somewhere. Are we moving?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I go to whomever this guy's house, the stable dude.
Cortez is still talking while we're moving, though. There
Yeah.
is another issue, though. There is the potential they come back to this town after we leave. The threat.
These people stone people.
Oh, I'm well
I
aware.
think they can take care of themselves.
Except they obviously can't.
Yeah, I do nod at that. Yeah, that is fair.
I worry that if we leave too hastily, we are going to bring much more reckoning upon this town than when we had first arrived.
Yes.
I mean, I do plan to send harrowing nightmares to the person that escaped. Is that gonna help?
Just turn slowly. Is it?
You know, like nightmares of them being ripped to pieces and then reassembled and then ripped to pieces again.
Did you have like a normal day where you don't say concerning things? Have you
Are
thought
these
about
things
picking up
concerning?
mercantile? You know, trading? That could be fun.
I
Money?
mean-
Anything? I don't know.
I
love
do
how,
know how to
like-
do tattoos, and I was gonna give some people some tattoos.
I love how you're like, you know what will iron you out? A trade. Like with the blacksmithing. You're like, hey, getting a little creepy. You should probably dedicate your life to some hard work.
Your work.
Fix you right up.
Sounds like those old boomer dads. I mean, tattoos are nice. What do they do?
I mean, they can do a lot of things.
I don't know what that means when you say that.
While they're talking, I knock on the door.
I mean, I have one that will quadruple your sight range.
That sounds disorienting.
I mean, yeah, that too, but also really cool.
I've never thought about it in that way. Like, here, you have better vision. Whoa.
Yeah, I never actually thought about that.
Yeah. As you knock on the door.
Does that sight range just like reduce or like fuck up your like close quarters sight?
Yeah, it makes you extremely farsighted.
I mean,
You're like, I can't see anything from me to 1 block away, but I can see so far after that.
Desert, though, you want me there.
I mean, that would make sense, but the description didn't say anything about that.
That's fun.
Maybe something like zoom. You zoom in and zoom out.
Your eyes just like
Yeah,
whoop,
field of
whoop,
vision just
whoop.
goes away. Anyway, you knock on the door and you hear like a couple like it sounds like someone wearing wet shoes approach the door. And as they open it up, you see a frog-like humanoid answer the door. Yeah, hello, what can I do for you?
I need a carriage and a means to pull it.
Okay, I could get you the horse to pull it. If you want to get a carriage going, you're gonna have to get that from Sogren. He's the town's wood guy.
Who are the towns? I'm the town's wood guy.
No, he is.
I step
Cortez
back,
chuckles.
activate my aura. Tree.
What?
Who this so-called wood guy?
What the
1
fuck?
second, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. Cortez just sighs. Was that necessary?
Was not. Just a little offended.
Cortez looks at the tree still there.
Wait,
There's nothing I can do about that now.
I need
What do
you
you
guys to
mean?
remove this tree.
Just hit it a bunch.
Cortez gives Briar a tree.
I actually okay. I do what I can to remove the tree. There's not like technically a way that I can remove the tree.
Oh my god. Cortez just sighed.
Oh well, I guess I can use my base kinesis and destroy it bit by bit. It's just gonna take some time.
Okay. Do you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Cortez is gonna walk over to this window and leave a gold piece. I'm so sorry.
okay. I reaches up and takes it, and as he slides his hand back, the like windowsill is just wet. I appreciate you paying for your friend.
Yep, of course. He just walks.
And yeah, after a bit, you get the tree to break enough that it falls over.
Okay. Well, technically,
Surprise.
actually, no. I don't even think I would need to do that because I have extract elements, and I would just need to do 30 damage to this tree.
And
Extract-
then what would happen?
The tree would go away because it's a spell. It's the protector tree spell. If it takes the damage, the tree goes away.
Okay.
So I can just do that and just get rid of the tree.
Okay.
It's just if I make another one, it becomes like an actual tree.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay. Yeah, and after a bit, the tree kind of like fizzles out of existence. You're just like, all right, that was a pretty cool trick.
I'm the wood guy, and then I leave.
Okay. Did you want those horses still?
Yes.
Yes, if you could prepare this for us, please.
Okay, for a carriage, I'll prepare two.
I give a nod and head over to the carriage. As I'm walking, I'm like, Cortez, maybe you do the talking.
I don't know. There's a mixture of concern and amusement when you do it.
But we're talking to the wood guy.
We should have Brigand talk.
Brigand should talk.
Brigand.
No, I should not. I am.
Cortez slaps her on the back.
I can still hear you. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, though.
Alright.
You just have been so quiet.
Yeah, there's nothing. We're not killing things or cursing them into putrescence.
You know there's more to doing things than murder, right?
Like raising the murdered.
No. Talking, existing, not violence.
I mean, isn't violence existence only on a different scale?
That was an attempt to be deep, and it just annoyed me instead.
Yeah, I'm not even quite sure what that means. It just felt right.
Cortez crumbles again. Curse the Grumzel. What has he been doing this entire? Has he just been staring at Brigand?
Uh-huh.
Have you been thinking about your strategy of how you're going to approach your situation to come soon?
I was not.
And for your own life, don't you think it may be slightly more important than staring at Brigand's ass?
I assume so, from your tone.
Cortez smiles and gives him a knowing nod. I'm glad that we're coming to an equal understanding once again.
Nods. Okay, I will think about my future.
Good. Thinking about the future is important. And he'll turn back around to the group. Are we really leaving today?
It does not have to be this day.
We have to come to an agreement that there is some worry of the circumstances to come to this town if we do leave potentially.
That is sorry. I'm still taking care of something, but that is understandable. I am not in a rush to leave right this second.
Nor
But-
am I. Yeah.
Just I know where my destination will be.
Cortez sighs a little bit. The problem is I have to get this letter to my guild as soon as possible. But I have to stay. Too many things. Too many things. Don't have enough people. Cortez turns to Grumzel. How fast can you travel?
I can walk 25 feet per bit of time. But if you were asking if I have any magical means of transportation, I do not.
Do not. Comes back around. There has to be someone in this town that. But they would have already sent it. Grumbles. Looks down at the box he's been carrying of letters. This is a problem. I don't know what to do. I don't have enough manpower. I wish I was at my guild.
Is there a way that Pat could befriend a flying creature to use as a carrier pigeon?
I mean, I don't know, but potentially.
Might be worth looking into. Now let's go talk to this woodman.
Alright. But Brigand's talking to him when we get there. We go to the woodman.
Okay.
I don't know, where specifically is his house?
Right there.
Oh, up there? Yeah, okay.
But yeah, as you get there, you see two tieflings, or whatever the equivalent is in Pathfinder. The favorite.
Wow.
And they seem to be working away. But as your group arrives, turn around, and you see one kind of like in a blue coat speak over to one that looks slightly younger, and says, "Keep working on this. I will talk to our guests." And the older of the two greets you all. "Welcome to our shop. How can I help you?"
Cortez will smack Brigand on the back. Our companion has a question.
"Yes."
No, I don't. They have questions. I was merely trying to play games with my hand. And I'll walk back behind and pointedly look at Cortez. You have questions for him, right?
Alright. Our socially inept friend has lost her voice, apparently.
I just pick up Handy and wave him at him.
We are looking for a wagon of sorts to be pulled to assist us in traveling quicker.
"Oh, well, for a group your size, I don't have one made per se, but I do have all the materials if you're willing to wait a day."
I think that is completely within reason. Cortez looks at everyone as like, just to ensure confirmation.
Handy gives a thumbs up.
Okay. And how much would that be overall?
Once it's created, it would be, if you're looking to rent it for short travel, it would be 2 gold per day with a 10 gold deposit. Or if you're looking to buy it, it would be 30 gold.
I hand
Or,
over 30 gold.
Looking at the wrong stuff. 5 gold per day renting, 75 gold to buy, 30 gold deposit if you're renting.
Okay, I hand over 75 gold.
Yeah, Cortez just gives a slow nod. I believe it best that we just own it outright.
Terrific.
Maybe
I
they dicker
will
with the price?
get started on it right away. And I will have it ready for you tomorrow morning.
It sounds great. And with that, he will give Brigand another dirty look and then turn back around. Well, anyone else we need to talk to? Maybe we can try take 2 with Brigand, communicating outside of murder?
We have not
I'm
purchased
disappointed that you didn't
the...
even dicker with the price. Like, so
We didn't even
disappointed.
purchase the horses yet, so...
Right. They're just being prepared currently. I assume we'll actually purchase them tomorrow.
I give him a nod. Then I think all we have to do is wait.
And discuss the circumstances. Are we to hopefully leave the town in its own capability then? Or do we want to
Let
wait a
us
few days?
group up and discuss.
And he'll start walking towards the tavern then.
Yeah.
Hey, what the Lord doing?
Oh, I didn't move him away.
Just standing there pondering life.
What have we done?
Why have I let these adventurers at my home?
But yeah, as you guys get back to the inn, you see Mirabelle and Fig kind of just waiting around. It's the morning.
Oh, and don't you guys need provisions?
Mm-hmm. True.
I suppose so. Brigand, buy us provisions.
Are you sure about that?
Unless you like starving.
Okay, sure. I'll totally go by the provision.
Cortez just looks at Briar and Ulu. Do we have to bring her?
I shrug. The hate to be cursed and not have an answer.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the curse is better.
Someone saying something about curses? I heard curses. Curses?
I think you're a curse.
Oh, thank you. I'm a
No.
delightfully crafted curse.
Everybody stop.
Cortez crosses his arms like a child.
You guys are bad. Look,
Which would be
vision.
worse, to be afflicted with unknown curses or to be afflicted with one known one? As I like gesture towards Brigand.
I mean, certainly it would. That's a good question. There's certainly the trepidations of knowing what is going to happen to you would hold over your head, but the unknown is quite scary. I don't know. That's a good question. What do you think, Gramzul?
I agree with the pretty lady.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are a man of simple desires, yes.
Yes, my desire to be with the pretty lady again. If
Well,
you know
you-
what I mean.
If you continue to work under me, you will get much of that.
I would rather work under her.
That's fair.
If
Cortez
you know what I
smiles.
mean.
Yes, Gramzul.
Show me what you got.
I know what you mean. Would you like a drink? You look like you need a drink.
Okay, I'll have a drink.
Okay. Cortez orders him a drink to shut him up. Right. So to the topic on hand that's more important than that. What do you guys believe is the best course of action? Because currently I am in between a crossroad. I worry we may lose the potential to capture the other Crimson Knight if we do not get there quick enough, but I worry the town's safety, as I said, as well.
If we end up leaving tomorrow, his trail will be 2 days old?
Cortez gives like a...
Yeah,
it's like a day and a half, right?
this is the day after he left.
Okay, so if we leave tomorrow, it would be 2
It
days
would-
old.
It would be 2 days, yeah, okay.
I may be able to pick up his trail.
Cortez nods. Part of
Um,
the reason I wanted him captured is it would have been another information outlet, but if things get messy, we can handle it as such.
Yeah. And then, just so you guys know, since you would, since that's the way you came from, I don't know if you guys are looking at stream or not. I'll share my screen as well in Discord.
Yeah.
But you guys are in Incipium, and then to get to Tagama, which is the direction he went, it would be roughly 2 days to get there, and then heading east, It would take about another 2 days to cross this river, and then like 2 to 3 days to get to Afhenda from there.
Gotcha. And technically, he's on foot, most likely, unless he ends up buying a horse.
Correct.
So, we don't know if he'll end up buying
Yeah,
one or
that
not.
that is if he was on horseback. If he is on foot, it is much slower.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So if I'm tracking him, it's going to be difficult to be doing that while on horseback as well, though.
It will, yeah.
And if he is
Uh,
on foot, I can slow him down even more
Yeah.
with nightmares, so he's fatigued the next day.
But also, I have experienced tracker, so I can track while moving at full speed.
Okay. Yeah, because
Just so you know.
if you're on foot and you guys do have a 25-foot speed, you can go about 20 miles per day. With a horse, which has a 40-foot speed, you can go 32 miles per day. So it's like time and a half.
So it's pretty good. But yeah, Cortez is looking between the group because it's clear he doesn't know what like path to take in terms of what's going on.
But in regards to the protection of the town, I am unsure what we can do to help.
It would be a shame to see them be taken over again, that's for sure.
I could surround the town in a palisade of trees to give them more of a defensive barrier.
Cortez knows a little bit. I mean, it would help dissuade the enemy at least a little bit. They set up proper watches while they're waiting for... The biggest factor is waiting for more help to come that's not us. Which I suppose would happen if we got to Afhenda quicker. I could have my guild assist in pulling some recruits to come over here. It's just
That is another thing, is when we get to another town and we find some adventurers, we could also pay some people to come out here and help protect.
Cortez nods. Right. Well, I suppose that might be the best course of action then. Temporary recruits that can guard the area. I'll be in tabs with them once we reach the main city. It'll be slow going, but it'll be something.
So shall I start on the palisade around the town?
I would check with the lordship, make sure that's something he would be
Of course.
interested in. But if he is, then absolutely.
Then I go and I speak with him just to confirm that that is something that he would like us to do to help protect.
Okay. His house.
I know where it's at, but I just figured it was something that, like, I didn't know if we had to fully do it.
Oh, yeah. Then yeah, I'll just say, talking with him, yeah, he would be fine with you putting up a palisade as long as you put.
It doesn't.
You put
It doesn't
entrances
impede
and
with
exits.
the town, and yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will spend. It'll probably be a majority of the day
Mm-hmm.
doing that. It's every round I can move and put a tree down.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a long time, but over a day I can probably get it done.
Yeah.
There's one other thing that I would like to do before I start that, and that's actually talking to the magic salesman.
Okay.
I don't remember where theirs is at.
They're right here.
Okay.
I was just marking out the area roughly where you would be putting it. little over 3,000 feet of tree. Each tree is 5 feet, so
Mm-hmm.
have to put down like 700 trees or something like that. That my math might be wrong.
You said how many feet?
Like 3,200 ish.
640 trees.
Damn, that's close. So yeah. Anyway, what were you doing? Oh yeah, going to the magic salesman. As you walk in, oh, I don't believe we've met.
Gaia told me I should upgrade my gear and come to you.
Oh, one of Gaia's friends, of course.
Was that the phrase?
Yeah.
Nice. And I take off my armored cloak. And whoa, what happened? Let me refresh my page. I take off my armored cloak, so I place this down, and I just say that I need this to provide a little bit more defensive capabilities. And I'm asking for ruins, pretty much.
I am sure I can get that taken care of. Is there any specifics that you would want?
Outside of the like normal potency rune, I can talk to you this between stuff, but we go over some of the options that are available. And
Okay. Yeah, and just so you know, as you look around the room, it does seem to be like a lot of materials for crafting magical items and like some rune slots and stuff like that. This shop is a custom shop, so like
yeah,
she does have a few things like out in the open, but it's mainly come in, tell me what you want, and then I craft it for you over the next couple days.
right. So if it is going to take a couple days, I understand.
Yeah.
Because I did do the calculations to surround this entire place, it would take me like 2 days.
I can have this done in a few days, probably 2.
Okay.
Yes, I think that would be.
Then I
best.
leave my armored cloak with them.
All right, we will discuss payment on pickup.
I nod and then I leave and start getting to work.
Right.
After I give the team an update, I was like, I scouted the area. Looks like it might take me 2 days to put up the palisades.
All right.
So they know that it'll be 2 to 3 days before we leave.
Can that be sped up if I help at all? Well, I guess you have to make the wood and shit.
Yeah, I don't think you can help me create trees unless you also have protector tree.
No.
That was a tasty drink, Cortez. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, Grumps. Cortez is actually going to look over at Briggan. Could you accompany Grumsel for a bit? I have matters I need to attend to.
Well, I will happily accompany him.
Alright, anyways, Grumsel starts walking out.
I will accompany him vigorously.
I'm so happy to hear that. That's amazing.
Though I did need to go get the rations or something, right?
Something like that. He's already, like, out the door. He is actually heading to the magic shop as well.
Okay. Yeah, you would pass by Briar on his way out, and that's probably where he was told you what he was doing.
Cortez gives a brief nod. Sounds well enough to me.
I'd probably, if seeing them go in there, I'd probably stay just because I have all the money.
Okay.
He'll look.
Unless everything's just gonna be purchased after it's crafted.
Yeah, it's gonna take a couple days for her to actually do the stuff, so we can talk about specifics in between
Okay.
sessions.
Yeah, then I'll get to work.
Okay.
With that, Cortez will give her a nod. He's already said the passphrase before, so I assume you'll have to say it again.
Yeah. She recognizes you.
Well met. Thank you for your earlier work. The apprentice is making good use of it.
Very good. I'm glad my work has been appreciated.
Of course, I am one to always appreciate fine craftsmanship.
What can I do for you today?
I'm looking for something specific. And I don't know if it's going to be within the realm of possibility, but I am looking for something along the lines of a band of loyalty. To ensure that certain types don't go behind one's back, and I'm sure you can understand why.
I'm sure I can understand, but that is not my place. My place is giving the customer what they want. So, I have just accepted a job from your friend,
Cortez nods.
which will have taken me 2 days to complete. I will have to take a few more to complete this as well.
Would extra gold assist in speeding it up?
Could, if you were willing to pay more, I'm sure I could work through the night.
How much more would you say?
Whatever costs it ends up taking an extra 25% would do.
Then 25% it will be.
Excellent. It's a pleasure doing business with you.
And reaches out like long, bony, spindly hands.
Cortez takes it. No hesitation.
I will have your band of loyalty crafted.
Is there any specifics I should know about it?
Have you found a specific item, or are you just describing?
This is just a general thing I'm asking for. I guess I should have
Okay.
looked for an item. My bad.
Yeah, no, you're good. If you didn't have like a specific item in mind, I can make one.
It will be ready, and I will give you specifics upon payment.
Sounds well enough for me then. Until we meet again.
Excellent. I will see you in a few days.
Cortez gives a half salute and walks back out. You can jump to the others real quick if you want.
Alright. Ulu, is there anything you want to do?
Sorry, not so much. I am just gonna be kind of supporting role, like following Briar around. I travel really light, and I'm used to traveling light, so I'm just gonna kind of get myself some provisions and do what I need to do.
While she's traveling with me, I may tell her the story.
Okay.
Oh, you want to do
Um,
this right now? You've been meaning to for a while, so.
I have to find it real quick.
Okay.
And then I will like reiterate to everybody else after the fact.
Okay.
But while she's traveling with me and I'm just putting trees up like monotonously, I do tell her this is a story that I grew up with in the Druid Grove. It tells tale of a ritual that can bring new life to the forests around there. And the story goes like this. Once upon a time, in an age long past, there lived a revered sage within the ancient druid grove of Thornwood. This sage, known as Erwin the Enchanter, was said to possess an unparalleled wisdom and mastery over the natural energies that flowed through the earth. Erwin's knowledge of the ley lines and the mystical conduits of magic that crisscrossed the lands was unparalleled. Erwin had spent decades studying the ley lines, understanding the intricate patterns and profound influence that they held over the grove's vitality. Under the light of the silver moon, Erwin would meditate amidst the ancient standing stones, communing with the spirits of nature and delving into the secrets woven within the ley lines and shimmering webs. One fateful evening, as Erwin sat beneath the eldest oak tree in the heart of Thornwood, a vision came forth, a forgotten ritual that had slipped into the depths of time. Obscured by the passing of creatures, this ritual was said to infuse the ley lines with an unparalleled strength, revitalizing the grove and ensuring its enduring prosperity. Driven by the profound sense of duty for the grove and its future, Erwin delved deeper into the ancient texts and scrolls, unearthing fragments of a forgotten ritual scattered across dusty tomes and cryptic manuscripts. The ritual spoke of celestial alignments and harmonic convergence of stars, and the harmonic resonance of elemental forces. For months, he worked tirelessly, meticulously piecing together the fragments of the rituals, deciphering cryptic symbols, and unraveling the intricate dance of nature's energies. The sage's efforts were tireless, fueled by an unwavering dedication to the preservation of Thornwood's sacred balance. At last, at the eve of the new year, a night of celestial significance when the moons reset their cycles, he stood within a sacred circle inscribed with ancient ruins, surrounded by druids and enchanted creatures of the forest. As the heavens painted the sky with hues of twilight, the ritual began, invoking ancient incantations that resonated within the very essence of the ley lines. The circles hummed with an ethereal glow, and the air thrummed with mystical energy as the ley line responded to the sage's call. In a crescendo of harmonious energies, the ley lines surged, and once dimmed, brilliantly ignited anew. The grove vibrated with life. The trees shimmered with renewed vigor, and the very earth seemed to breathe with vitality. The forgotten ritual had succeeded, rekindled the ley lines and imbuing Thornwood with an unparalleled enchantment. The sage repeated this process once a year on the new year, ensuring the grove's enduring prosperity and serving as a testament to the wisdom and devotion of the enchanter, whose name had become forever enshrined in the sacred history of Thornwood. Late in his life, Erwin perfected his craft, completing the year's ritual and imbuing the ley line with significantly more power than ever before. From then on, the ley line seemed to be self-sufficient. Not needing to continue the ritual, Erwin passed on, leaving the legacy of Thornwood. Many years passed before the ley lines began to fade. With the ley lines no longer being self-sufficient, the grove searched for any information that Erwin may have left, to no success. Thinking it no longer needed the ritual, he did not pass along his knowledge to the next generation. The ley line still persists to these days, but I am in search of that lost knowledge.
Well,
Wow, so epic.
fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, epic shit. Ulu contemplates this for some time. And the going to this place will get you closer to reviving your ley lines.
I don't know. At this point, I have never... You were the first person to have ever confirmed the existence of rituals outside of the story to me.
I wouldn't imagine my type of ritual would revive.
But the fact that you confirmed that rituals were even a thing, this was just a fairy tale, something that kept the children in the Druid Grove complacent and at ease. That there was a way that everything could go back to being full of life as it had been. These were just stories to me. The fact that rituals do exist and can do these things that I've been hearing about. I believe I have to pursue this.
I nod thoughtfully. I feel like this is a good route, and I will join you. I'm sure I can find knowledge of my own where we travel to. Mhm. Yeah, but
But after I tell her, I just continue going back to work and seem to be in slightly like deeper thought than I was before.
Okay. Cool.
And then
Lots of back
when
there.
we meet back up later, I tell the same story to everybody else. So
Everyone's-
Cortez and everybody.
Okay, so we're all okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cortez gives a thoughtful nod. It kind of like looks like it goes over his head a little bit. like that was a lot to process. I will help any way I can.
Not epic.
And not catching on to the fact that it went over your head. I just put my hand on your shoulder. Thank you, friend.
Yes, of course. And he just gives a big smile. And then, like, after like Briar steps away to do whatever, he's gonna like lean towards Ulu. What are we supposed to do exactly?
Wait. Magic. Learn magic. You and I don't learn magic. We just go with it.
Yeah, I sell magic stuff sometimes.
See, I don't know if it's like item magic. Different magic.
Do you think you can like bottle a ley line?
I wouldn't recommend trying.
But the
He's like
pores of-
trying to like revive the ley line, and then Cortez is like, so how about we milk it?
How can we turn this into profit? I think we could work something. I'm gonna start crafting something up. And he just goes thinking.
Oh. Yeah, that's not gonna go over well.
But we'll cross that bridge when it comes.
Mark, future problem.
Hey, this party is hanging on by a thread as it is, okay? Like,
This is true.
we just need to bind together.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
But
Okay.
yeah, no, so for the next 2 days, I'm just gonna be working on the palisades around the town to help the defenses.
All right.
That should
I'm
give
just gonna-
Cortez any more time that he needs to come up with any other plans.
He always has something planned.
So yeah, I will say during those 2 days, Briar's working on the wall. Ulu, is there anything other than just following around and chatting that you would want to do in the 2 days?
I take somebody. Did you say there's a place where we could like imbue armor for like better stats, like the magic shop?
Yeah,
the-
Levi.
I could.
The magic shop can help you with like runes and stuff.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
so
should
on your
give 'em-
weapons and your armor. So you should like really try to
I'm thinking I'm
upgrade
gonna give
before you
them
head out.
my lattice armor or lattice armor or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And see if I can get some bonuses at it.
I will say with things like that, you could for runes also go to Durin. The
If we
blacksmith
split it
that-
up, it might be
Yeah.
a good idea.
I'll say with Ulu, you wouldn't know that just because you worked with him. Lesser known, Durin also does rune inscribing. He doesn't craft runes, but he does have a lot at his disposal. So if you wanted like runes on your weapons or armor, you could go to him and see if he has it. But we can talk specifics between sessions as well,
Okay,
since
that
it
sounds good.
might be a lot for you guys to think about what you want. And then Cortez, while you
Yes.
wait for your stuff, is there anything you would like to do in the next 2 days?
So obviously he already had talked to the lady of the town about trade, but he is going to go to each individual over the 2 days and just double check to make sure they don't need materials as well. We don't have to like obviously roleplay all that out,
Mm-hmm.
but he is really trying to set up a proper trade network in here,
Okay.
like even on an individualistic level, and he'll add it to his like notes and inventory to bring to the guild.
Okay. So yeah, not only talking to the lady of the town, but talking to
Each-
like individual businesses.
Yeah, and since there's 2 days, I feel like that's plenty of time to do
Yeah.
that and get a proper rundown.
Okay. And then Brigand. In the
Yeah.
2 days, is there anything specific that you want to get done?
Well, each night before I go each night before I go to sleep, I want to cast the spell Nightmare on the
Okay.
dude that got away.
The one that
Um,
got away, or yeah. Just
Well, was there someone else that we were gunning for besides the?
I don't
one that
know.
got away?
I was just wondering if that's what you were thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Nightmare. Spell. 10 minutes. Range planetary.
Yeah.
You send disturbing nightmares to your target. The next time the target falls asleep, it must attempt a will save. If you know the target only by name and have never met them, the target gets +4 circumstance bonus to the will save. You do know them, not like on a personal level, but you know more than just their name.
And I have met them.
Yeah, you've met them. All right. All right. Then, for 2 days, and you're sending it out once a day.
Yeah, well, I mean, doesn't really do anything if I double it up, so yeah.
Okay. Day
I mean,
one-
it can give them more rolls if they, as long as they don't critically succeed.
Oh. That's true. Sure, yeah, I'll
But if they do critically succeed any one of them,
I don't believe it would double up because it's you put it on them, and then the next time the target falls asleep, it attempts a will save.
oh yeah, I
Yeah.
guess the trigger is them falling asleep. Not,
Yeah.
it's not the will save when you cast it.
Mm-hmm. I could be wrong about that, but I believe only casting it once a day would be fine.
that makes
Okay. Then I will roll for him for the next 2 days. And then what's your spell DC?
25.
25. Okay. And then... Okay. Cool. I will keep that in mind when I'm doing prep.
Do I know if they succeeded or not? Or is that not a
It
part of it?
doesn't say if you do or not. So, I'm just gonna say no.
Okay. Cool. But besides that, no, that's all I wanted to do.
So, you're just sending out vibes for the 2 days?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I will say, Ulu, as you're
Yes.
following Briar around, not the day that you started, but the second day, you're following him around, watching him create tree after tree after tree. A chill crosses your neck, and it's less so of like you're not really scared. It's more of like an exasperated, of course, as a shadowed face pokes up in front of you. It's just like bleh. And
I
once
lurch back for like the chakram on my back, but it's like, it's just this dickhead.
once again, you see the shadowy figure that Briar seems to not react to whatsoever. Start dancing around you as you're like trying to clear your eyes, being dazzled for a round, saying, "You couldn't keep me away," and then disappears.
Exasperated, I look around and I look to Briar. I know he doesn't see, but I just like out of curiosity, I have to fucking check.
You ask if I see him.
Yeah.
Um,
I say, you see?
and we have this is something that Briar knew previously, and it takes him a second because we thought it was gone, but I was like, is he back?
I guess I give a nod. I like shake it off and get back to work. Following Briar around and like poking
I
being like,
try something.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know if this will help, but I try to do dash of herbs. I can choose a malady such as confused disease, poison, sickness, or injury.
Okay.
And it just technically, I know it's not going to work like mechanically, but Briar doesn't know that. So every 10 minutes, I try a new one as long as she's there to see if the confused, or if diseased, or if poison, or if sickness, or any of those do anything.
Okay.
If they do, it allows her to make a new save.
Right.
So,
what's the thing called?
A dash of herbs.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be on there because it's under kineticists, but
It's on there. Okay. So yeah, as you're like throwing these herbs on her once around,
it's not once around because once I use it, they become immune for 10 minutes.
oh, okay. So
So
yeah, you throw one on her and then go back to what you were doing, and then like 10 minutes later you try the second one.
yeah. You feel so good right now, Paisley.
oh,
At first, you can think really clearly for like a little bit,
okay.
and then
You feel like your
yeah,
health is top of its game.
your nose just feels like it's never been plugged in your life.
Oh,
You
is
feel
this drugs?
you feel invigorated. But as he's doing this the second time, you see the shadow figure like kind of like sneaking up to you, and he throws it out, and it like passes through the shadow, and you can see like as the shadow like leans back and just like and claws at his face and like falls over, and then like gets in like hand on hip, other hand on neck, looks at you and just like just kidding, and like disappears into the ground.
This is like the silliest haunted one ever. Like backgrounds, and I love it. Well, damn.
But as Briar goes through, eventually, he says that he's tried all of the different effects, and as he asks you, like, did it work? You can see, like, just the top of the shadow's head, like, from the ground, just, like, his nose up is showing, and he's, like, swimming towards you like a shark.
Oh,
And then he circles you and, like, disappears, so you assume not.
yeah. Did not work.
I was
I'm gonna keep a record of that though. So, if I could, on a parchment, scrawl this down. What was the thing you just did?
I attempted an herbal mixture to help with confusion, disease, poison, and sickness.
Okay. Herbal mixture. Confusion, disease, sickness,
And poison.
and poison.
Those are the
Um,
things that I can help. That and just basic injuries.
I'm just gonna write this down as ineffective. And I slip it back into my pocket.
Okay.
We're just gonna start trying some things.
Yeah, but since you've been gone, I've acquired new abilities, so I figured might as well try them.
Appreciate that.
Like I said, I did not think it was actually going.
Yeah, I shrug. Your efforts are what mattered. Thank you for giving it a shot, but yeah, it's definitely not confusion. Yeah.
Give a nod and go back to what I was doing.
Me too.
All right. And then is there anything else you guys want to accomplish right now?
Yeah, I was supposed to get some rations and forget about that.
Correct.
And I'm gonna be looking for rations that are just weird. Not like, not detrimental, but like dried crickets and jerky from a giant spider, like just weird.
Mm-hmm. So who do you go to ask?
The person that I know to go to ask. Because I
Roll a
noticed
society
that.
check.
Oh, that's. Yeah, I'm totally good at those. Oh, at least it's not negative. Oh, 23.
23. You think back and you were they let you know when you were a little bit distracted, but you did overhear this part. Mirabelle, the innkeeper, would probably be able to give you just like simple rations. But if you're looking for specific food, you would talk to Harlan, the cook. But with your specifics that you're asking for, it's not really like common food place items. So in your mind, you know that you would probably want to talk to Darid, the resource farmer that you've gone to a few times. And his calling card is like, he grows plants that are very unusual and can be used by adventurers to like accomplish things. So like he grows a vine that could also be used as a rope type stuff.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So you're thinking like, if you're trying to get food that is that strange, you would probably talk to him.
Okay, I'll go talk to him then.
Alright. So to get there, there.
Apparently accidentally hop on his roof.
As you get there and knock on his door, he opens and you are greeted by a human, which would be strange if you hadn't already met him before. but this is the only human in town. And he steps out and, hello, Brigand. What can I do for?
I am looking for rations for my my team for our journey, and I was looking for some like really weird ones, like unusual, like dried crickets or jerky made from a giant spider, type of weird, but still nutritious and good.
He leans back, and he's thinking for a second. I don't have those specific food items, but I do think I have something that you would be very interested in.
Oh, cool.
Give me 1 second. And he goes in, comes back out, with what looks to be like a BLT. And he shows you and he says,
Bacon, lettuce, tomato.
I call it the sentient sandwich.
Awesome.
And
This sounds so annoying. Nobody else thinks so?
bread made on the back of a creature, and as the creature's natural musk fills up the need for a bread starter, it creates this somewhat sentient loaf of bread that, when falling off of the creature, can still move on its own. And flips through the BLT. Lettuce grown in my own garden. Careful, before cutting into it can bite. The tomato, also grown in my garden. They seem to, if over-ripened, grow legs and run off. And the bacon comes from pig.
It's perfect as it is.
I'll take it. Yes, absolutely.
Terrific.
Was I ever told how many rations I had to get for how long?
You weren't, but he'll say, 1 sandwich can feed a person for a meal. I would assume it would take 2 meals per day, at a minimum. How many days do you think you'll need food for?
We went over this, Levi.
I call bullshit because I was actually listening. I didn't hear this bit.
We when Kyle shared his map,
Yeah, we were going over the map and everything.
we were looking at the map and we went over like it would take this many days to get to there, and then this many days to get to here, then this many days to get over the river.
Okay, I was just marveling at the coolness of the map. I
Oh,
wasn't
of course.
paying attention.
In that case, to get to Tagama, which is the first town, it would take you about 2 days. And then another 2 days to get over the river, dividing like the foresty area from the plateau area. And then another 2 to 3 days to get to Afhenda. If you go straight there, you could stop by Fossio Stronghold, but that would add another like half day to a day.
So, 2 days.
So
2
2 days,
days.
2 days to the first
That-
civilization, and then an extra 3 days to the closest civilization. But you guys could skip that town and go to the next one, which would be like 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
Past that.
How long do these rations like last? Like, how long are they good for?
I can put them in a special holding box that I also grow myself. I call it my initial refrigerator.
Oh, very good name.
And he goes into his cabin house, and comes back out, and it looks like It looks like one of those duffel bags that has like a hard top that you would open up. But like the pins holding it together are tied shut with a lock. And he just says, "Now it's definitely harder to get things in and out of this bag, but when you do, it keeps things from expiring. So, if you get this bag, these sandwiches would last indefinitely. Otherwise, they would probably last a few days."
And how much would the bag be?
These bags are a little bit harder, but because of the danger in using them, I would be willing to let it go for 20 gold pieces.
I will absolutely do that. Let me get back to you because I just realized that my party didn't actually give me any gold for the rations.
Well, of course, just
I
to
was-
let
you
you
know, I was
know,
getting price.
just to let you know, this bag is dangerous. So when you use it, just take things in and out as quick as you can, and then lock it back up.
Absolutely. I'm loving all of this, and we'll be coming back to get the rations right after I get the gold from our party treasurer.
Terrific. Then yes, it would be the 20 gold for the bag, and then 1 gold per sandwich.
Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna go find my party to get some gold.
All right. Who do you go find?
Probably Cortez, since he's the one that told me to go get rations.
Okay. After
Okay,
looking
so-
for a bit,
He's around somewhere. Yeah.
yeah, you can find him around. Also, you guys meet in town center.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Cortez probably has like a ledger in his hand. He's scribbling on it from talking with all the different people, making sure everything's accurate. So he's probably not seeing your character right off the bat. He's very distracted.
Hey, Cortez. Hey, Cortez.
No, what? Huh? What? What do you want? Like,
I was buying rations, but realized he didn't give me any gold for the rations, so I need some gold for the rations.
where's all your gold?
You've never given me any.
Don't
I
carry
keep
it.
asking for my gold, and you're like, no, it's the party gold. It doesn't matter. So I'm like, okay, sure. And you're like, if you need anything, just tell us. So I need something for the whole group.
Well, I don't have any extra gold on me right now. Go ask Brian.
It's true.
I'm not angry at you. I'm just, disappointed that you, being the party treasurer, wouldn't have the gold,
I'm
Kinda
disappointed
makes
by you every day, but I don't tell you. And he just keeps walking.
Wow.
Oh, you're asking for some nightmares. All right, I'm gonna
You
go
give
find
me
Brian.
nightmares by just talking.
You can
Oh,
find
thank you.
Everybody shut up.
you can find Briar creating palisades outside the wall or outside the town pretty easily.
Hey, Briar. Hey, Briar.
Yes.
I'm gonna need 100 gold. Get
I
right.
give him 100 gold.
All right, cool. Thank you.
It really is just that easy.
All right,
We
I'm gonna go
really
back
gotta
and-
start asking questions. I like
We?
hi, Briar.
All right, I want to get the mini fridge and all of the
Rations?
yeah
Sandwiches?
rations. So here, so I'm gonna get 10 days worth just to have a good. So it's gonna be 60 gold total.
10 days, 2 gold per person per day.
Oh, that's right.
How many people will this be feeding?
4.
4. So,
You know Briar does not need to eat.
3.
3 people.
Epiphany changes number.
Times. You said 10
We have
days?
we have an NPC with
Yeah.
us, so 4.
Oh wait, is the my orc lover coming with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4.
Okay. That will be 100 gold total.
Oh, so I was
So
correct.
4?
Wait.
Wait, you're killing me. It's 5.
I don't need to eat.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Briar eats
Oh,
then.
whoa.
See,
All
I
right,
was right
Levi.
the first time, and y'all are trying to
would know
correct
that.
me. And
I would know that. I'm sorry.
jeez, just
yeah.
know that I'm always right. All right.
Gotta adjust the name. It's Pays Levi.
Stop it.
So yeah, you give him the 100 gold, and he'll hand you the quote unquote bag. And he says, I put the rations in there already. All you need to do is take them out.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
That being said, that is close to max of that bag.
Okay. Thank you for the wonderfully unique rations. My party is absolutely gonna love it.
I appreciate when my art is appreciated as much as you have.
Cool. And I'll walk away.
But I think everybody's just waiting to get everything finished for gear and stuff, right?
Yep.
Anything else?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head.
Unless anyone wants a tattoo or something.
I just
Make
lost
a tattoo.
connection to the board.
Yeah, I also got
Let me
that.
in.
Oh yeah.
Put me in.
Weird.
It brought me right back.
Same.
Okay. What kind of tattoos do you do, Brigham? Would you
Oh.
tell me you do tattoos?
Also, that
Yeah.
would take multiple days now.
Well,
It's-
while we're waiting.
I know, but we've already waited a day.
Is this like a real
that's true.
tattoo where we can do it in several sessions? You just do like half now, half later?
It technically is crafting a magic item.
Hmm.
So yes.
I feel like it should be, yeah. Right? But still, you could come back to it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he
you-
does still need like a day's worth of. You couldn't be like an hour here and an hour there.
Yeah, you would have to sit there for probably 2 days because I don't know if he has the formulas for it. If he does, then it
Oh,
would
I
just
do.
be 1 day. But it would have to be 1 day of you and him sitting down together, and then after that, if he wants to complete it, it would either be more gold or
More days.
more days. But anyway, I am going to call the session there.
Okay, sounds good.
And if you guys do think of anything else, just feel free to let me know. And we can include that in the 2 days wait.
Okay.
But thank you all for joining us, and we will see you bitches next time.
See you bitches next
Bye.
time.
Bye!